Hello and welcome to the Morningstar Investment Conference. I'm Emma Wall and I'm joined today by Ian McKenna to talk about the impact of technology on financial services. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
So technology has disrupted and permeated so many other parts of the service industry, whether it be holidays or transport, but it seems to yet to have really disrupted financial services and particularly the advice market. Is that fair?
Today it's certainly fair, but I think we are actually at the turning point. One of the challenges, of course, is that people are dealing with long-term investments. So if somebody started contributing to a pension plan 25 years ago, there's a reason why one large insurance company has only recently decommissioned a system called Pension 70. The legacy systems has held things back, but we are now a lot of work being done by investment providers, pension providers, to upgrade their technology and make more information available to both consumers and to advisors.
And it's particularly important as well with targeting the retirees of the future, because everything that they do is digitalised, and so why shouldn't the way that they invest, the way that they engage with their advisor also be digitalised?
Absolutely, and that's been a major challenge with the financial services industry, to get that industry to recognise that if you're not using the chosen mechanism that the individual wishes to receive their information on, you're not actually in their line of sight. So those organisations who don't deliver those services can rapidly become out of sight and out of the picture. Conversely, I actually think it's really important for consumers to challenge the extent to which their financial advisors are using technology, because if they're still receiving everything on paper, the consumer's probably paying more than they should do, because paper's expensive and time consuming to produce, whereas the more advanced advice firms are now delivering information which can give consumers a holistic view of their savings on apps and other digital services.
Because it's not just about ease of use, is it? It is about cost. So what, as an individual investor, should I be looking for from my advisor to make sure that they are prioritising technology and therefore cost?
Well, I think a fair question to any advisor is, how are they using technology to drive down cost within their own businesses? Consumers will now, on new investments being made from the start of this year, of course we're seeing the MiFID rules come into practice, and there has to be an unparalleled level of transparency over all the charges that are being made to a consumer's contract. In taking out new investments, they need to see explicitly stated in cash terms and percentage terms both the advice costs, the investment management costs, the cost of any wrapper or product or platform, and any third-party investment management services such as a discretionary fund manager, and be able to add all of those up and actually see how much they overall reduce the level of return. Now that's where we are today. From next year we'll have the so-called ex-post reporting, which will show actually year on year how much money has been taken out of their savings. That's going to be a real eye-opener, I think, to a lot of people, and it'll be really interesting to see which are the firms that are driving down cost and which are the firms that are just continuing to pass it on.
Now, you've spoken here at the investment conference to a professional investor audience, and one of the slides that you showed was the disparity in the industry between those individuals or those firms that are embracing technology and those which say that they're not going to try technology because they know it won't work. It's not very encouraging to hear from an individual investor point of view, but do you think we're moving in the right direction? Do you think that second pot of firms is just going to be left behind?
I think it's a matter of people should find the firm that works the way they want to. There are advisors that really want to continue to work in traditional ways. And if that's what their customers want, fine. They're probably paying more than they need to, but if that's what the customer wants and they're prepared to pay for it, fine. Alternatively, there are an increasing number. One example is, do you actually really need your financial advisor to come and visit you, or do you need to visit them? The simple answer to that is you don't anymore, and there are a growing number of financial advisors. I can think of one example of a very successful advisor who will not meet clients in person. They meet face to face, they do meetings over 3 different screen sharing platforms, Skype, SaleMove, and I can't remember the third one. But so they're very effective at working with customers remotely, but the advisor doesn't have to come to them or vice versa. And there's actually some really interesting research that's been done that shows that a lot of customers prefer that.
Ian, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Emma Wall for Morningstar. Thank you for watching.